See if anybody shows up. Nobody else is live, so figured I'd give you fuckers a place to chat. Hey, Steph, what's up? Glad to see you. Hey, Kennedy, what's up? As usual, I'm just drunk and babbling, and like nobody else was live, so I said, heck with it. I'll give you guys a place to come and chat. Do have a lot on my mind, but as usual, I can't really talk about it other than saying cryptic shit, and that just frustrates everybody else. So, hey, what's up, Wrestler's Mom? You guys pick the topic. We'll talk about whatever the hell you want. Just don't ask me about my work for the CIA, because if I tell you, I have to kill you. Somebody want to come up here and talk with me? I gotta be careful because sometimes when I get to ranting, I let shit out that I shouldn't let out, and there's a lot of it right now. So, yes, this is National Ball Gag Month, just like last month and next month will be. Am I lonely? Yeah, I am actually. To be honest with you, some people that I thought were friends in this community, turns out they never really were. I'm not going to name names, but and now they're trying to blame me for shit that I did not do. And just when we kind of defeat FBC, there's another fucking. If you guys get contacted by Truth Seeker, they've got 3 or 4 different accounts, but just block them because believe me, it's just gonna fuck up your day and fuck up your friendships with people. Because somehow all this hacking shit going on, like they sent me a bunch of DMs between people, and I was able to confirm that some of them at least are real, so they probably all are. I don't know how the hell he got them, but I've seen them, and it's yeah. Just watch who you call friend in this community. That's all I'll say. They hit you up, Kennedy? Did they actually send you anything, or just a request? What's up, Serendipity? And Victorious Bastard. You two look a lot alike. Are you related? Yeah, Kennedy, you can call me anytime. Like I hardly ever sleep unless I get like tonight I'm eating a bunch of pills and drinking a bunch of booze. I'll tell you what, I'll take a shot every time somebody types take a shot in the chat. I'm already way ahead. Somebody want to come up here and talk with me? Because I really have no topic. Hey, what's up, Courtney? What am I drinking? I have a big glass, half-gallon uh, bottle of Captain Morgan's. Captain Morgan is actually my son's real dad. I tell him that all the time. And then I think I still got some moonshine in there. I'll probably hit that too. Well, Richard B., I can entertain you, but I don't think the ladies want to watch that. Truth 101. That's a new one on me. I don't. They go by Truth Seeker and Truth Incorporated, but the Truth one. Yeah, I'd like to see that. But yeah, they've showed me screenshots. I don't know how the hell they got them. They with all this hacking shit going on, that's got to be what it is. Because I've seen private DMs between people, and people that you think are your friends really aren't. So yeah, I cut ties with some of them. Actually, Courtney, why don't you pour me a drink right now? I would like a an Alabama Slammer with a side of cocaine. I actually don't have any cocaine right now. Been leaving that shit alone. Actually, I stayed sober for a few months until recently, and like shit just started going haywire in my personal life that I'm not even going to get into, and all the shit with. I just gotta. One of these days, I am going to throw my phone in the ripper. Where's my shot glass? Oh, there it is. All right, Khalil. Actually, I might hit that moonshine if I can. I'm moving. Like all my shit is fucking boxed up and packed everywhere. So that's a big stressor. Got 21 years worth of shit in my house and garage and shop, and not really any place to take it. So I'm gonna. I mean, I've sold a lot and gave a lot away, but yeah, I'm just gonna lose a lot of shit. There's the moonshine. Oh, nope, that's not it. I almost drank denatured alcohol. That's not good for you. There it is. Yeah, I need to. I do need to get back on the wagon. Like, I'm not addicted to alcohol. I can take it or leave it. I'm not addicted to cocaine. I can take that. It's not a problem for me to not do that stuff. It's the fucking pharmaceuticals that got me. And the thing is like it don't matter what I start on, whether it's pills or coke or alcohol. I'll start getting fucked up, and then I'll think, you know what? I'm not fucked up enough, so I take more. And then I decide I'm not the right kind of fucked up, so I do something else, and then I wind up mixing it all together, and it doesn't end good a lot of the time. Well, jump on here, Vic, and we'll drink together. I finally figured out how to let people on here. Oh, a couple people just texted me. I can't read your texts while I'm because if I go anywhere else, I'll get kicked off of here. But yeah, if you're listening, I do see your texts coming in, but I can't read them right now. Yeah, you know what? I had a prescription one time, and I couldn't remember if I was supposed to take 2 pills every 4 hours or 4 pills every 2 hours. So I took it both ways just to make sure I was covered. Vic, you don't have to put your clothes on. Hell, I'm naked. We don't care here. My rules are very lax. Oh man, what I just do? Oh well, I'll figure it out in the morning. Yeah, Vic. I mean, at least leave your shirt off, man. Here, let me figure out how to throw the link out here. I mean, anybody can jump on. I don't care. let's see here. Man, this phone is a piece of junk. It takes forever to do anything. If I kick myself off, I'll come right back on. I think I probably have one notification left anyway. I'm not sure. There we go. I don't understand technology at all. I think it's just a form of magic. Oh, come on, man. This thing. All right, let's try this again because I'm a fucking moron. Guest. Man, I'm doing it right. I don't know what the hell happened. Copy to clipboard. Copied. All right. Try this again. Post a comment. There we go. Woohoo! I'm not as thought as you dumb I am. There you go. Anybody can jump on there. I'll set you in. Hey, what's up, Barb? Vic, we don't worry about clothes here, man. I mean, we celebrate National Ball Gag Month 12 months out of the year, man. Heck, I'm not wearing anything but a spiked collar. Richard has those pictures. Yeah, Richard, you should jump up here. Oh, I see somebody jumped in. Hold on, I'll get you. Add to stream. All right, Vic. Yeah, you should be live.
All righty. Can you hear me?
Holy shit, yes, man. Yeah, I can fucking hear you. Gonna
Oh,
see if
well.
I can figure out a way to turn your mic down a little bit.
How
All
about
right.
now?
Well, that's still pretty loud, but I'm just gonna turn my I'm just gonna turn my
Okay,
phone
now.
down. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can just turn our phones down as long as people can hear me. I can get pretty loud too. So what's been going on, Vic?
Nothing much. I went and got my spy pen and got me a battery backup, but the spy pen won't operate while hooked up to the backup power.
Oh yeah.
However, the backup power, I can power my phone with it, so that's not no big deal.
Hmm.
And my cover to my phone, is messing up anyway, so I took it off. So, when my phone's in my pocket, and I have it on, it'll start mashing buttons and shit without me knowing. So I took the cover off and put it back on backwards, but I had it cut out where the little camera hole is. So that
You're
way,
not
if
like
I
you're not
have
like
it,
doing upskirt shit, are you?
no, 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 hell no,
All right.
no. No, see, I'm doing this. I want to confront somebody, and
Oh, I know what you're
everything.
talking about. Yeah, I was joking about the upskirt thing. I know you wouldn't do that. Hey,
No,
Cap.
I don't. I don't do anything like that. But
I know.
I
I know.
want to confront these people, and because they're paranoid anyways. If I confront them, they're gonna think, I'm filming them and so forth. So I have to be, inconspicuous
Right.
because I want to open them up. Because to me, it's a lot at stake. These people are old. I want these people to know what I know. They don't know what I know. Uh, their
Hmm.
son doesn't even know what I know about his mother. And I want to confront her before her day of passing.
Yeah, yeah. I remember her age, so yeah, I got you. I am working on that, but I we should probably talk privately about it. But
Right. Well,
um,
the thing is, it's not going to be a confrontational thing of where I'm going to,
hmm
harm them or anything, or
yeah,
really raise my voice. But, you know, for what they did and that they did it to a child, that was unfair. Okay. But her being old and me coming at her now, that's unfair. But I let the lady live 20 years of her life without even bothering her, calling her, or anything. I never asked her for anything. So now, once she stole all of my stuff, I want to come back and say, hey, you're on your way out, and I want my stuff back,
hmm
you know.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it shit eats at you until you can do something about it. I get it. I try
Well,
not to hold grudges, but man, some things are just hard to let go of.
there's some things you just don't let go of. You can't. Okay, and one of them is
Right.
the memory of my mother. Okay, I love the lady. These people hated her. Okay, what happened to my mother? I cannot never forget that. So, and they wanted to cover it up, and I want to come back at him and say, I never forgot. I never covered it up. You covered it up. And that shows me, therefore, you never loved me, you know.
Yeah.
And just then I will feel, vindicated and I can let it all go and leave them the ball in their court because I done told them. See, it was really weird when I was growing up. I was like at 24, 25 years old. I wrote a note and I put it up under a box in the closet in the room that they gave me. When they moved out, they found this note and it told them that they all was cursed and which ones was going to die first and what order. And sure
Hmm.
enough, every one of them died, like I said, and then the other one had to have his feet amputated. Not one of them, but both of them because of health problems. And, then they wanted to summons me over there and question me about this letter. And I just blowed it off. But they know how I feel, and that's why they're going to be kind of scared of me.
Right. Well, you're kind of an intimidating fucking alcohol. You're kind of an intimidating looking dude, man.
Well, it's only, yeah, I understand that. See, that's why I look this way because it's like a barrier, it's a wall. I'm really not that person. I do have issues, but I'm not really a bad person. You know,
Yeah,
I do
I
fuck
try
up,
to.
and I do get triggered and shit, and people see that and they assume that I'm a bad person.
Yeah, I mean, I've done things that. I mean, I think society would approve, but the law doesn't. So, yeah, I can't talk about that either. But I get you, man. I get it. Oh, I just went live because, like, I don't know, I'm bored out of my mind and fucking frustrated and wanted to talk to somebody. Didn't know, I just didn't feel like calling an individual and dumping on them. But um,
Right.
and Locksmith wasn't live and Ed wasn't live, so I figured, fuck it. People like to chat. I'll just, even if I pass
Oh,
out, you guys can still chat like on Ed's stream.
right. Well, I like to chat myself.
Hmm.
I like to chat. That's what I got her right here. It's her birthday. So I got her a happy birthday. And that's where I'm gonna put the letter in the bag and hang the bag on the door if she doesn't open the door to talk to me. And in that
Okay.
letter, I'm gonna describe a few questions, and then I'm gonna demand answers, and I'm gonna give her the link to go to my YouTube to see it. And I'm gonna put the YouTube not on. Well, it's gonna be like on private, but if you had the link, you can go there. So that way, when I put this video out, when she opens this bag and reads the letter, goes to that video, then I know that she went there. If I put it out on a regular stream or something, a lot of people might go there, and then I won't know if she's seen it or not. If she's the only one that has a link to it, then I know she's seen it or not.
Yeah. That sounds like a good plan. I mean, you want her to know this information, and she's going to see it whether she wants to or not. Now, do you
But
think that she'll understand, or do you think that she'll just deny everything?
well, she'll understand, but it's how I come at her is what's gonna uh, if I go at her all mad, then she's gonna not want to talk. If I come at her nice and everything, but still not be hugging on her and stuff like that, I have a problem about being touched. So, and she knows that. But if I come at her and bring up some of the good things and let her know that I remember these things, like what happened in first grade, what happened when I was 4 years old,
Yeah.
and once I bring all that up, then I kind of ease out the question to where she will know where I'm getting at, and then I can throw out names.
Hmm.
The information is like the first psychologist or therapist that I went to talk to. I was like in fourth, fifth grade. The first one, I even know his name. So it wasn't like I wasn't in the system of being having issues, but they're the ones that really had the issues that nobody wanted to help me, the teachers and nobody. So I had to grow up with this, and it become part of my character.
Right. Yeah.
Get mad and rage quit. I shouldn't be doing that. That's kind of funny to do that, but
Well, I don't rage quit. I'm very much in control of my temper. I'm not saying that I don't ever lose it because I do. Um, but yeah, I'm usually in control. But there are times, man, especially here lately, where uh, I, if certain people lived closer to me, I would go to that fuck's house and fuck it. I want to shut up, but you
well,
understand.
if I live close to the barbecue, I would sure enough want to show up. I would show up for a live feed. I wouldn't just show up by myself, but not in a harming way. But I would know, because I'm live, that hey, I can't say nothing. I just there to ask these questions and and go about my way. But see, it's in how you ask the questions, your temperament, and what you get back. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, look at Alex and them. They can sit there and talk to the predator for a while, and you get somebody that's got a temper. The predator, he's wanting to get away because he knows he's about to get his ass kicked. He could get his ass kicked.
Yeah, that's why I don't do. I mean, I've done one catch, but that was only because I wanted PCI to do it, but they were, I think, in California, and the guy was local to me, so I did it myself. And yeah, I don't do catches because, like I said, I'm pretty much in control of myself all the time. But
right,
like when they start lying, when you've got the proof right there in your hand, and you're the one that's been talking to them, and they're like, "Oh no, what me or my shit was hacked or it was my brother." Yeah, fuck you. You know, I might I might pop somebody in the mouth.
right. Now, I'd like to go on somebody's catch with them, just be their cameraman. Not say
Mhm.
nothing, not be in it, just sit there and go with them.
Yeah,
That would almost be like a high, euphorium type high.
right. Yeah, I mean it'd be pretty cool. I was pretty relaxed when I did mine, but like I used to hunt fugitives, so I'm used to dealing with people that sometimes would rather kill you than go to jail. You know what I mean?
Right,
I learned a
right.
lot about de-escalation, and I was always really cool with people unless they give me a reason not to. Like I'd have them laughing all the way back to the jail.
Well, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you, I went out hunting for these guys at nighttime. They go out and do graffiti, and
mhm,
so I was hot and heavy on the trail. I done caught about three of them going up in the graveyard. And then I hid up in a tree, and when I got up in that tree, you know, I had to go use a restroom. So I had to climb back out of that tree, run back to the house, use the restroom, come back and climb up back up in that tree and hope
mhm.
they hadn't tagged the wall. And, I was hyped up being up in that tree, sitting there waiting for them because I knew they was going to show up. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah, you're like an eagle just kind of soaring around, and you see a little mouse on the ground, and boom. Yeah, I get it.
Hey guys, when they came up there to hit the wall, I let them tag their name out to get their name, their insignia, whatever tag name, put the tag to their face. And once they got done, I jumped out of the tree. And the little guy, he took off. He was fast. The big one, he couldn't run. And so, we fought a little bit and he got away. And so, the police came. It was a
Yeah.
big thing, but they were grown ass men.
Well, some of those people that tag are really good, and I'm like, fuck it, leave that shit up. It's
Oh,
better than looking at a bare concrete wall.
oh yeah. But these guys were sitting like private property and shit, people's
Hmm.
vehicles.
Oh
They
yeah,
were,
fuck that. That ain't cool.
there was a group of them, and they hang out in a group, and and I knew who a couple of them was, and it was because of me giving information to the law officials and where to go to catch these people and how to get the neighborhood would organize to clean an area up, put it on the news, advertise it, and then they sure enough gonna come. And they had it staked out and they caught them red-handed. Went back to
Mm,
the house, found a whole bunch of other shit, went on the computer, found out, all the other places they hit, and they charged them with felonies.
that's yeah. When you do that much, okay, it's not cheap to have your car repainted. I mean, yeah, insurance will pay it, but that raises your premiums, and you got the copay or whatever, or the deductible. So yeah, yeah, fuck them.
Well, see, these guys were sitting like historical buildings, and once
Mm,
you hit a building like that, it's hard to get that paint off without damaging the building.
right.
Okay.
No, yeah, I get you.
It's one
Yeah,
thing when you hit a building that's going to be destroyed, tore down, or a house that's going to be destroyed, no problem. But when it comes to private property, I had a problem with it. And see, I was doing this for like 5, 6 years. I got so good that I was talking to different police agencies in Philadelphia, Ohio, New York, Virginia, and the same people tagging my neighborhood was also tagging in their neighborhood. So I told the
hmm,
railways that these people are traveling on their rail trains to keep an eye out. And they were aware of these people. That's how they would travel, is on the train.
right.
But yeah, some of the people wanted names, and I gave them, the officers that was in charge of that division. I gave them their names and said, just get, this is who you need to talk to, and tell them that I sent you. And
Right.
by, saying who I was, they was ready to work with them. Because I mean, I went to city council. It wasn't just one time. I went to city council every meeting that they had, and I was the first one to get up there to talk every time. So I was the first one to be there at that place at 8 o'clock in the morning to sign that list to get up there and, for the safety meeting.
Right. All right. I gotta read the chat real quick. Make sure nobody's make sure I'm not missing anybody. Well, I tell you what, anybody that asks me for a wrench will not get one. And I can't wrench anybody right now anyway because I'm using StreamYard, and you can't do it through StreamYards. The only people I mod are people that I've had like I've heard their voice and I've had phone conversations with them. Yeah, I only mod people that I know personally. Like the catchers that have come on, like in the last, I've been trying to detach myself from this so-called community. So any catchers that came in and like in the last like 6 or 8 months, I don't know who the hell they are. Like used to be before the thing really exploded. Like I knew them all from the beginning and would help them out. I build their discords or hook them up with Edward or hook them up with an editor. I could just hook people up, and I used to enjoy doing that. But now I when I'm spending all my time dealing with fucking drama bullshit because I wanted to defend people that were having a hard time defending themselves, and now half of them turned on me. So fuck it.
Well, we know, who our friends are sometimes, and sometimes we don't,
Yeah, I mean, I really don't feel like I have any in this community anymore. I'm not like I used to fight. Most everything happens behind the scenes. Nobody ever hears about it. But some of them, like I really went to bat for. I fought tooth and nail to keep from being fucked with, and I'm just like I would never do anything to like derail them or hurt them. But I'm just not gonna defend them anymore. Fuck them. They're on their own.
we can only defend a person for so long. You can't just keep on defending them. They have to learn the tactics to defend themselves, because when people move on, who's going to be there to take their place?
Right. I don't know, man. I've
I
been
mean,
saying it
it's
for a long
like,
time. I just don't want to do this shit anymore, man. I mean, this channel was made with the idea of like being an emergency backup, so that if Ed's channel gets taken down, we could go here real quick. And then a couple things came up um, that I didn't want to risk Ed's channel for because I know they're going to get privacy struck. And same thing with Locksmith. One of them was Blonde Java. Originally, we were going to do it on this channel, but we decided to do it on his because he's got more subscribers, and we want to get the message out.
right, right. Well, how about this? You have subscribers, and Ed has, subscribers, and Locke has subscribers.
Yeah, and they're all
Whenever
the
you
same
do
people.
it live, okay, if they're all the same people, that's good, but, maybe they might be a few people that are new to locksmiths that's not in the other stream.
Right. I mean,
You
I don't.
know,
I have no interest in building a freaking YouTube channel. I'm not gonna like. I've been uploading shit, but most of the stuff I upload, I got a bunch of stuff that's privated, and I put it on the YouTube channel as a way to, keep it that way. When I destroy this phone, I still might be able to get it, the old videos back. Like today, my son and I were shooting a crossbow, and we shot a. I have a bunch of mannequin heads that my daughter got for me in cosmetology school, and I use them for targets. Made a short video of that I might throw up, but this channel is pretty random so far. It's like it's music, it's scam baiting calls, it's bullshitting. It's all right, and like tonight, I was, just kind of like in a mood and just said, "Fuck it, I'll go live and see what happens." Because Locksmith wasn't live and Ed wasn't live, so I figured I'd give people a place to chat if they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm always up to chat.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm
I
not really
understand.
doing much of anything other than just doing the woodwork.
I used to do some woodworking. I really enjoyed it. I just got so damn busy with working all the time and doing this and doing that. I just kind of dropped it as a hobby.
And if I get a work call, yeah, I'll drop what I'm doing and go do it. But I hadn't got a work call yet.
Right.
And I think like on the 28th, I'm gonna go back to that research place see if they got any more kind of researches.
I wonder if they're operating on monkeys.
I think they well yeah they are. The white ones and black ones and green ones. These people they work with anything that comes through that door.
Hmm.
I mean you had to do a drug test. When I went in, they gave me a cup and I said, "Oh, this is a drug test." They said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you won't find any drugs in my system, but you will find THC." She says, "Well, that's a drug." I said, "Well, you won't find anything other than that." She said, "Well, go ahead, just fine." So I did, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to be part of the test because of that. And so they sent
Mm-hmm.
me home, called me up about 2 weeks later, says, "Come on in, we're ready for you. We got a spot for you open." Oh hell yeah, I went. $2,750 for 10 days.
Well, that ain't bad.
No,
You can work 10 days, take the rest of the month off if that's what you choose to do, or you can just work your ass off and just keep piling up money.
well, I'll get a work call, every so often. To put into trade shows. It's unionized. So, not part of the union, but I have to go through it to get a work call.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
my off time, I can do whatever I want to do. So, it was my off time, so I took the research.
So,
And once you get done and you get paid, from that point on, you have to wait 28 days before you can go and do another research.
yeah. Yeah, they want to make
And
sure that, like, if they give you a drug, they want to make sure it's out of your system before you get the next one, so there's no weird reactions.
right. And this is the same people that did the Moderna test and the other test. People would come in, some of them they would vaccinate, some of them they wouldn't. Some of them just get a placebo or whatever, a fake shot.
Yeah, yeah,
But they would get paid, and they got paid big money too. There was one test from a different place. You had to stay there for 2 months, and it's in a hospital. You can't leave, and they put you get your own room. You get to watch television, and you have a smoking room, but
hmm,
you have to stay there while you do it for
right.
like 8 weeks, and you get $10,000 when you get done.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might come out with your head on backwards, but that's okay. You got 10 grand.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, if they want to test some drugs on me, I probably would try that. For
Yeah.
$10,000, hell, that's a good amount of money there.
Oh well, for $10,000, I'd. Well, you know what? My penis has already been through hell and back. There's probably not much more they can do to it, so
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think it has anything to do with anything like that that they're doing the test on. I don't think it's a sleeping either. You know, but who knows? They could put you in a green room and see how long it takes for you to crack, or a pink
Right.
room.
Yeah. Like solitaire. There was I can't remember the name or which museum it was in. It was some museum in Chicago. Maybe the Museum of Science and Industry, but they had a room in there where it was black and white, but like it was squares, that get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You know what I'm talking about? Just
Yeah, yeah.
painted on the wall. They
Right,
they
right,
had
right.
they had all the walls, the floor, and the ceiling all painted like that. And like the shit does not move, it's just paint. But after just a few seconds of it, like you'll think the whole room is turning, and it's wild, man.
Oh, I've seen that. I was going to do a painting like that. It was black and white, and I was going to do a painting similar to a bullseye at the end of my street on the wall. Okay, now these people done gave me the spot to do this mural, so this is what I was going to do, and I went to do it. They said no, can't do
Hmm.
that. Why? They said people will start staring at that and they will wreck looking at it.
Well, maybe.
Oh, that made me mad, that I couldn't paint that because people started taking interest in it, when I started painting it.
Right.
And when they said no, I just, let somebody else take the spot.
Yeah. I used to paint. I haven't painted anything in years, but yeah, I used to work with acrylics and oils. I don't know. I got a bunch of nerve damage, so I can't draw like I used to. But I don't know. I might give that a shot again.
Yeah, see, my mother, she was an artist. My mother could draw stuff. And I remember that as a child. And she made stuff also. She made baskets and shit, and she sold it. She made money. And that's what helped feed the kids and all. And I traveled with her when she was selling it. So, I got my skills from her. Well, the people here in the neighborhood at first didn't want me to do a mural on a wall because they said I wasn't an artist. And I could draw a line, who says,
How the hell do they know? I mean,
yeah, well, see, the problem was the guy who's in charge of the murals that's on this wall, we will say he's the wall keeper. Well, the wall keeper, I was the one that busted his friends who are the taggers who cost the city millions of dollars a year to clean the shit up, okay? I
hmm
busted his friends and they had a grudge against me and they didn't want me to do any kind of murals because I was going to do a realistic picture of a girl's face on a wall. And they said, no, you can't do that. They paint these cartoon looking shit on a wall, which looks good. I'm not going to knock it. It looks
hmm
good. But, they didn't want me to do that because they said I wasn't an artist and it wouldn't fit well with their pictures that they have on the wall.
right.
So I went and got some colored pencils and some paper, started drawing, and I drew this picture of this woman, and used the paintbrush and some paint thinner, and evened out all the colored pencils, and it looked like an oil painting. And I told people I did this, and everybody thought I was lying.
Hmm.
She kind of looks like a dominatrix.
Oh, nice. I like her already.
Yeah, well, yeah, she had black boots on and long black gloves like up to her elbow. You know,
There you go. Now we're talking.
I had to hide her face because, see, there's this girl that I really like in the neighborhood, and I liked her for, a good long while. So I drew her face onto the picture, And so when I showed a picture, I hide her face so nobody would know who that is.
Right.
Out of respect for her, because I can't ask her, can I draw you a picture on this nice looking body here?
Yeah, that can come across a little weird. Yeah, I understand.
But, that got me into drawing. So, learning the shading, using, your greens and your reds, and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, how to manipulate. Man, I'm so freaking drunk. I can't talk. How to manipulate, the pulp sticks or whatever they got 50 different names for them, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right,
It's like
right.
rolled up newspaper that comes to a point and you shade with that. I use those a lot.
Oh, yeah, to smudge, not to smudge, but to blend. It's like
Blend,
a
yeah.
blend. Yeah, it's a blender.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a bunch of that. I had uh, fiber pastels and I had ink pencils. And I met this girl on Reddit. She was live painting horses and stuff with her pencils.
All right.
And,
I,
she
I
was,
I know how the story's gonna go because you said there was this girl. So okay, but please go ahead.
well, yeah, but she lived up in Illinois and she raised horses and stuff. She's a single mom. And I told her, I had pencils and stuff, and we talked about what she uses and what I use. And she always wanted to have the ink pencils,
Hmm.
but she said that she didn't have enough money to purchase them yet. And I said, well, I have some. I'll send them to you. All you have to do is pay the shipping.
Nice.
And so, anyways, and I said, the Faber Castells, I'll send those to you also because those are the same pencils that she was drawing the horses with. And so I had a full set. I had a whole big set. She didn't have a full set. She had like a half a set. They sold them different sizes, and she had the small set, and I had a big set. So I sent her the whole set.
Right.
It's about probably about $200 worth of pencils. It costs.
Yeah,
But
some of that, like around here, like the nearest art store is 40 miles in either direction. Any direction you go 40, 50 miles, you get to a bigger town. But um,
right,
I had I was when I was in high school, I was already dating college girls from St. Joe's. That's not far from me. And they had an art supply store in there. And man, I was like a kid in a candy store because you just couldn't get that shit in the town that I live in. And yeah, my girlfriend, you had to be with a student to be in that place. So I used to drag her in there all the time. And yeah, I just buy shit left and right.
yeah, I think art is a good thing. Especially for the younger generation. Because I was helping out this community. They bought this plywood, and I cut the shapes out for dog houses.
Hmm.
And, I had to cut out, I had probably shapes for about like 25 dog houses. And I mean, it was a lot of plywood they dropped off. I shit when I seen that truck. And I'm, what's this? Oh, you're going to do dog houses. I didn't think it was that many until figured it out.
Surprise.
So, yeah. So, anyways, I cut everything, delivered it, and then they says, "Hey, we need some teachers in here to teach these kids how to use drills because they're going to use drills to drill the stuff, put everything together. Drill the holes and nail the nails and shit." So I had to go in there. There's probably about 30 kids in there that me and probably about five other people in there walking around
Hmm.
trying to help these kids hold things, to do things. We try to even it out. What I did is find the smartest one in the bunch and have them be the lead person with the hammer and the other one to hold it for them.
Right.
And they got into it. They learn real fast. How to do things, and the ones that was sure of themselves was helping the ones that wasn't sure of themselves.
Right.
you know. And then at the end of the day, these kids got to take home the dog houses that they built, painted, put roofing on it, and everything. And this was like kids that didn't have nothing to do after school and shit. You keep them off the street, keep them entertained, and something like that. You never know; they might grow up and be the next famous architect.
Yeah, that is so important for a kid to have a good male figure in their life, because that's when they learn how to do everything. And when they see these assholes that are sleeping with their mom because she's getting nothing against people that have to take welfare, but she's getting a welfare check that has a steady, small income, but an income nonetheless. And he gets to fuck her, he gets to eat her food, he gets to not work and fuck around all day. And usually they're pretty disrespectful to women to begin with. So,
Yeah.
a kid, of course, I mean, he sees that, and in his mind, even though he's not thinking about it consciously, in his mind, he thinks that's what a man's supposed to be. And it's like the same thing with women that stay with guys that beat them up all the time. I can't stand that shit. I've helped a couple of them get away, but um, oh god, I lost my train of thought already. Um, what was the last thing I said?
Well, you was talking about kids seeing stuff at a young age. The
Oh,
parents.
yeah, yeah. And when girls see their mama getting beat up, by, and usually this works out like one guy will be there for 6 months, and the next one 2 years, and then an 8 month one, and then number two comes back and does another. It's just a vicious cycle. Kids see that, and then little girls grow up, and even though they know it's wrong, and they know they don't like it, in the back of their minds, that is to them what a man is supposed to be, and so
Well,
they stay in
maybe
these fucked up relationships.
maybe also the person thinks that's the best that they can do, or the best that they can get, so they accept that, as part of the deal.
Hmm.
Well, no, using it for an example, me with my girlfriend, oh, she was just drop dead gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous. But when she got drunk, got fucked up on pills, she becomes evil. I mean, real evil. But, I thought, well, that's the best I can do. So
Hmm.
I was willing to accept it. And when the police get called, they keep asking me, why are you here? This is not love. This is abuse.
Hmm.
And I had to wake up myself one day and I had to leave.
Yeah.
And, it really hurt. See, we don't, people don't want to hurt. It really hurts when you leave somebody you really love and you shared
Yeah.
emotion with, and you have to say goodbye your last time and not look back. Well, at a young age, I'm used to that. Okay, so saying goodbye, it hurts, but I can deal with it a lot better than a lot of people. So I left this lady. I mean, she had AIDS, and she was really going downhill bad, and she didn't care no more. So, she ran me off, and I looked back and I said to myself, well, she ran me off because she didn't want me to suffer. I wanted to look at it like that,
Right.
because I mean, she really wasn't a bad person. It was just that she was fucked up and her life's fucked up, and she just gave up.
Hmm.
But, for a person to continue on being beat up and all of that, that becomes psychological, I think. You know,
Right.
you're right about, you're bringing up. But see, you're bringing up, you can trigger be one way or the other. You can be like the abuser, or you are going to be the opposite of the abuser, that know that it's wrong and hate the abuser for doing that. And I was always with my mother. I always loved my mother. I hated men. I hated my father. And he resented that. He knew I didn't like him when I was 3 years old. I did not like him.
Why?
I didn't like men because of what they did to me. You know, when I was in diapers, they
Right.
kept pulling my diapers down, laughing about it. You know, pulling my diapers down, laughing about it. And so finally, I wouldn't go around them because they would do that. But the women, you know, they would take up for me. So therefore, you know, I trusted the females more than the males.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's hard telling what. Oh man, I don't know. I
But
don't
you
know what the
know,
fuck I'm drinking. Take
it
another shot, Bill.
yeah, but drink another one, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going there and get my moonshine. I'll have one
Well,
with you.
do it, man. Do it. Better hurry, because I'm gonna pass the fuck out. But um. Oh yeah. I
Hold
like.
on one minute.
Sure. Take your time. I'm gonna throw the other or throw another link out here if somebody wants to hop on. You can. Sorry, I haven't been really reading the chat because I've been running my mouth too much. But this is good practice in case we have like a scheduled guest or whatever. I'm surprised this phone's held up so far. There we go. Should have another link. Yep. Oh, Vic's gonna get lit with me. Rob J, what are you getting yourself into? It's madness. Random flakes of insanity. So, we need another topic. What do you guys got? We'll talk about anything.
How about that?
You're you're blocked? Who the hell blocked you? Just a chair is saying they're blocked. I can see your comments.
Hey, Bill,
Hmm.
how you like that?
Nice.
I've
Real
had that
nice.
for about, I had that about like a year now, and I ain't drank much of it.
Well, let me experiment real quick and we'll see if I can get my camera to go on. I kind of doubt it.
Let me turn it around here, and
All
there we
right,
go.
let me try this. Well, it's not letting me switch to the other camera, so Vic, do you know how to get it to switch to the camera that's not looking at me?
Oh yeah, you got to go to camera two.
Camera
And
two.
it's
I don't have a
yeah,
camera two. Oh, is it
yeah.
in
You go to let's see, hold on. You go down to settings at the bottom of the screen. Uh oh. I think he kicked himself. I think he'll get back in. If not, you'll probably be stuck with me all night long. I'll make it a long stream for him. I'll make him happy. I'll take you along the wall and everything, and you'll see a lot of nice artwork. You'll see that artwork I was talking about, and thought about doing a stream, about that, or wait till the end of Locksmith to have the little grand finale, like see something totally different, you know. But anyways, we're gonna we're gonna make a toast to Bill and hope that he gets back. And this is Old Smoky Moonshine. I drink it straight. Ooh,
Well, hold on a second. Let me try to. Oh, somebody else wants on. Hold on. Let me check.
ooh.
Oh no, you're already on. It was telling me there was a guest, so we're good.
Yeah, I
All
took a
right.
swig of that moonshine while you was gone. Ooh.
It's good for you, man. It'll put hair on your chest. Okay.
I remember
So,
one time when I was up in Detroit, I was hanging out with a bunch of guys, and we got a big bottle of Jim Beam, a fifth,
hmm,
and was passing the bottle around and everything. And the bottle come to me, I take two chugs out of it, and then pass it to the next one. He'd take like a little chug, but I was drinking shit down like water. Well, before long, somehow or another, I was outside on the snow on the ground, and I woke up
hmm.
and I'd run down the street, hit the stop sign, and start screaming, and I'd fall back down. And I woke up with a cop on top of me,
Hmm.
holding me down, and he handcuffed me. But while he was holding me down, I pulled my
That
hand out from up under his knee, and it scratched the top of my hand.
that just sounds like foreplay to me.
Well, it was. Well, they brought me in, had me handcuffed to the wheelchair, and when they got me out of the wheelchair, I hit the gurney and pushed the gurney and started pushing it across the emergency room, like trying to get out of there acting crazy. And I woke up again, tied down to the bed with IVs in my arm and shit. And I'm like, they was giving me the smelling salts to wake me up, to make me drink this liquid that make me puke. And they keep breaking the smelling salts to where I'd wake up and I'd puke. And I remember I was so sick, my throat was hurting so bad. I guess there we
All right,
go.
here we go. Here's this is actual. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. This is
Ah,
actual Indiana's finest apple moonshine.
I'd like to try some of that, man.
Oh, it's a rough, but it's good, man. It kind of has a, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little bit smoky. It's kind of sweet. Um, I mean, I don't know how to even describe it. Like it goes down smooth, but once it hits your system, you know it pretty quickly. I don't know what proof it is or anything like that, but yeah, there's my Misfits shot glass.
Yeah, that's
Of
pretty
course,
cool.
I'm not gonna use the shot glass. I'm just gonna drink it straight out of the fucking jar.
Yeah, I like skulls. I have a skull tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got skulls all over my house. I mean, well, I did. Everything's packed away, but um, yeah, skulls are awesome. Oh, here I'll show you. Oh no, I can't. Dang it! Everything's packed away. I was gonna show you guys some stuff, but she gone. Ah, well, fuck it. It'll be all right.
Yeah, what was also, I went out and I bought a pair of black pants and a black shirt.
Nice.
So, and black tennis shoes. So when I knock on the door, I won't just look like myself. I look like maybe I might be, Amish or, something like that. I even thought about taking my beard and tucking it down in my shirt so when they look out the
Oh
little
yeah.
peephole, they won't see really who I am because I'm gonna have a mask and everything, and I'm gonna have my bag special
Well,
delivered.
I mean, I usually dress in all black, but it might be more of a distraction if you just show up naked, because like they will not make eye contact with you at all. They'll be pretending like they're looking the other way and just taking a peek, but they will not recognize who you are because of that. They will be so confused.
Well, I don't want to go to jail.
Well, I
Yeah,
can't think of everything, man.
yeah, I know that. But see, this is I've been contemplating this, but see, if I know that they're there, make contact, and they won't speak to me, then the next alternative is I'm going to go to all your neighbors and explain to them who they live beside. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they won't like that because see, you know, before they picked up and moved this last time, and I'd come over there help paint the person's house and do a lot of fixing their woodwork and shit that was rotted. Don't talk to those people next door. Oh, don't talk to them. They're bad people. Why don't you want me to talk to them? Next thing you know, I'm over there drinking alcohol, smoking weed with them, talking to them,
Well,
you
I'll tell
know,
you a fun way to
and they
fuck
get
with
all pissed
neighbors.
off.
A fun way to
Huh?
fuck with neighbors is to go over there and ask to borrow a cheese grater, which that is weird enough by itself.
The
And then
cheese
when you return it an hour later, like have it bent a little bit and put like a shitload of fake blood over it and just hand it back to them.
Have a little piece of meat hanging off the inside of it like you didn't see it. You forgot about it. Well, you know, now, Bill, keep your eye out for any neighbors or anybody's front porch. Always
Oh
look
yeah.
for a pineapple. Because if they have a pineapple on their front porch, that means that they're swingers.
Oh yeah. I actually did know
If the
that.
pineapple is upside down, that means there's an orgy going.
It's kind of like the red light thing. You know, you hear stories about the red light district where old strip clubs and all that kind of thing are. That actually
Right.
started out because of railroad lanterns, because the engineers would go into town, which was whatever depot they were at. They would get prostitutes, and they would hang their red lanterns on the outside so that when it was time for them to get on the train and go, somebody would come
Right.
looking for them and find them, and that's why we call it the red light district.
Okay. Huh. Well, I thought about going to the one, in Amsterdam, but shit, I'm never gonna have that kind of money.
Yeah, yeah. I never been to Amsterdam, but I would definitely check it out. Indianapolis is only it's less than 2 hours south of me, and their red light district is called Broad Ripple, and it's just a big or a small neighborhood with like a shit ton of different bars. And like it didn't matter what time of the day you went or day of the week, most of them were always packed.
Really?
I remember they had one that was a Star Wars theme, and the entire inside was painted white, and the servers and bartenders all wore Star Wars like armor and stuff. It was pretty neat. I mean, not
Okay.
really my thing, but it's still cool.
Right, right.
And then there's a bar. It's not really on Broad Ripple, but it's called the Slippery Noodle. No, I already talked about this. I'm not going to bore you guys with a repeated story, but anyway, it's supposed to be the short version is that's supposed to be like the most haunted building in Indiana. I never saw anything happen there, but um, it was a really nice big ass blues bar, and like sometimes when the band's almost done playing, that they'll like draft people out of the crowd, and I would always get shoved up there. But I'm there playing blues metal. They're like, "What key do you want to play in?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. Just fire that thing up." But yeah, it was. I totally lost my train of thought, but yeah, it was fun.
Okay. Yeah, I like old haunted houses and stuff like that. Never seen one. You know,
Mm.
never seen anything haunted before either. Never seen ghosts.
Well,
Uh,
I'm a huge skeptic, but we did a stream a few nights ago that was just about our ghost stories. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. There's a lot you
I
can't
remember that.
explain.
Well, now I can tell you, I met a demon one time, and that was
Oh,
my biological father. He was a demon, but other than that, never seen ghosts.
right.
Oh, not to change the subject, did you see the video I posted earlier today with that rat.
No, no, I didn't. If you
Yeah,
can, why don't you post a link to your channel? Are you modded? Yeah, you're modded.
well, I'm
Um,
on my telephone. I can't.
oh, well,
I
you should
can't.
still be able to. Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right. What am I saying? You're
Yeah,
absolutely
no,
correct. I
it's
can't fucking
easy.
do anything either.
Yeah,
That's
well,
like
it's
when
fine.
people accuse me of being. This is part of why I'm pissed off today. People accuse me of being like different accounts, but some of these accounts have hit up the place like while I'm live streaming. I don't think here, but like in locksmiths. And if you back out to try to do some shit like that, you get kicked out of the studio. So it's like, what the fuck, people? Pay attention.
Right, right. Uh, now I can probably back out and drop it, you know.
That's totally up to you, Vic. You can do whatever you want on this channel.
Well, I
Um,
mean, no, I mean, if you're gonna be here for a while, I can drop out real fast, get the link, drop it, hit it, you know. I mean, it's just a rat. It's a wild rat, you know. But
mhm.
a girl rode by, said "ew" or something like that, and you know. But I looked at the rat and I said to myself, I can't kill this creature, you know. And I left the rat alone and walked away because I mean, if it was the rat was normal, he'd ran. He wouldn't be out there, not acting like he was acting. And I actually touched him with the key and he jumped. You know, but you know, I thought it was something. You know, I'm going to use it to show my city council that you know because of these abandoned houses around here, the rats are kind of congregating around there. And here's a rat picture of you know, and
Yeah, you need a
maybe
nice
they'll give
color.
us rat poison. Once before, they gave everybody free rat poison. We had rat poison for a whole year, man. I was putting rat
Mm,
poison out for all of them, and I was telling everybody, keep your cats inside. Your cats eat these rats. It's going to kill your cat.
yeah. Um, we used to have a raccoon problem in the neighborhood that I lived in, and my neighbor's next door was kind of dumb, but he put out poison. But I don't want to use poison in town because little kids can get into it. People's pets can get into it. Yeah, they ain't supposed to be here, but yeah. And then he had a
Well,
raccoon that ate some and went like up under his porch and was trying to squeeze through the area between the porch and the house, and that's when the poison kicked in. So it was laying there. Half of its body was real stiff, and the other half was kicking like crazy. Um,
right,
he comes over and gets me. He's like, "Bill, what do I do?" I'm like, "Well, shoot the motherfucker and go crawl in there and get him out." He didn't want to do that, so I want to. I have a 22 Ruger Mark II with a suppressor, so I rolled that suppressor on there and just went click and put it out of its misery.
right.
And then that gave me the idea, because these fuckers, like, they would stand on each other's shoulders and sometimes tip the garbage can over or fuck
Oh
their lid
yeah,
off. And
raccoons are smart little creatures.
well, they are, but I didn't want to use poison. I kind of used a live trap, but God only knows when I'll get somewhere where I can let it free where it can't find its way back.
Well,
So I
you
just
know,
I put a suppressor on a 22 rifle with subsonic ammo and set up on the second floor of my house. So I was always shooting down, and I took care of the raccoon problem that way. Haven't seen a raccoon around here since.
well, what I would do is take the raccoon and have him fixed. Okay, so he can't reproduce and give him a rabies shot and put a little tag in the little ear and let him go. So whenever, you know, you trap them and you let them go. See, I used to trap rabbits out
Mm-hmm.
in Elberton, Georgia. I had made this big rabbit pen for these people and made all these rabbit boxes. And I put out like 50 rabbit boxes. And every morning I'd go out and check them all out and come back with about 20 rabbits a day and put them in a pen. So this man can use his pen full of rabbits with a bunch of brush and shit in the pen so the rabbits had a place to hide. He would train his dogs to hunt rabbits, you know, and I'd catch his rabbits for him. But You can do the same thing with the raccoons as you can catch them and fix them and let them loose and let them live the rest of their life.
Right.
I mean, raccoons are kind of cute, but you don't want to fuck with them.
Well, why don't they just hand out like tiny little condoms and ask them to cooperate?
I don't know, man, but have you ever seen if you ever have time and you like kind of like country redneck rock and roll kind of rock kind of music, you might want to check out Moccasin Creek, Porch Honky. And
Okay.
this, and in that movie, not movie, but the video, they got this raccoon crawling up this guy's leg or crawling down the leg or something like that. He's tame raccoon.
Nice.
But yeah, raccoons, they pretty cool. Same with the possum. Possum.
Oh God, I fucking hate possums.
Possums use litter boxes.
Well, no, I didn't know that.
Yes, they will use a litter box. I talked to somebody about
That's
that.
interesting. Those things are fucking just disgusting.
Well, they are, but
They're
if you look at them really close, they're kind of so ugly that they're cute. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
no, we not to me. I understand where you're going with it, but
well,
when I was a kid, I grew up on farms, and like wherever we kept feed or hay or whatever, everything would get infested. So we would just sit back with our 22s and plink them as their little heads came out. And possums
you know,
were thick.
possums eat bugs and they eat rats.
Hmm.
And they don't eat wires or nothing like that. And they don't carry rabies.
Yeah, their body temperature is too low to support carrying rabies.
I I I called up a vet and I told him, I said, I caught this possum and I want to have him fixed. I want to get him neutered and I want to make sure he ain't got rabies. Well, why you want to do that? I said, well, I'm going to keep him as a pet, and there wasn't no law about that. You can actually do that. You can have him as a pet here. I was just fucking with him, telling him that I had a possum and possibly could they do raccoons like that. And they said, "Oh no, not raccoons. You can't have a raccoon."
Hmm. A guy that I used to live by had a pet skunk that had its glands removed,
Wow.
so you can't spray it. But that thing still freaking, to me, smelled bad. I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, they have a smell the same with not minks, but what are them things called? Them big old long rat looking things.
Ferrets.
Ferrets, yeah, they have a smell, but I like them. I could deal with that smell to have one of them little creatures. Maybe
Yeah,
not running in my house, but he'd have his own little cage, and I come playtime, he'd come out and put him back in after playtime.
yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm gonna. Yeah,
You
I'm.
go head back home.
Yeah, I gotta. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, but oh, what's up, Hebrew? Well, Vic, do you have any final statements to make? You have the floor.
No, but I was going to ask you, would you want to act as my investigator or private eye, private investigator, making contact with the telephone number to make sure that it's the right telephone number before I call them up.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
And the thing about it is, you can explain to them that I more or less paid you to find a number, you know, to for me to call them, rather than just because I don't have the access to find the numbers that I had to pay a private eye investigator to do that, and that way if you say use my full name that I had paid you and I'm looking for her, blah blah blah, she may get
Mhm.
back in touch with you and say, okay, what is this about? And then we could proceed through there. I'm not asking for any lies or anything like that. You know, this is all straight, truthful stuff. We're gonna confront her about.
Yeah. That. Yeah,
I,
I can
I,
do that.
I don't want you to be someone that she don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, I follow you, man. Yeah, we can do that.
But I want to do it here, pretty soon, before it's too late, because I don't know if this lady's in a old folks home, rented her house out, or if she's living there and someone's living there with her, or what's going on. I haven't spoke
Hmm.
to the person, so that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely work on something. I mean, you don't ever want to impersonate a law enforcement person.
Right,
I mean,
right.
ever, ever.
Well,
But yeah, back when I was hunting fugitives, I have to get on the phone with people and act like I was like I can't say, "Hey, I'm a bounty hunter and I got a warrant for your son's arrest." I
right,
would say shit like, "Oh, your son's last job here, he had a life insurance policy that's still active. Um, we just need to know because he didn't put down a beneficiary. We just need to know who's going to get this money." And nine
right,
times out of ten, they'll and what I tell them is that I have to watch that person sign it so I can notarize it. Is what I told them.
right.
And then they would most of the time they would hook things up and we'd meet and then I'd put the cuffs on him. So yeah, I'm rusty, but I'm still pretty used to doing that kind of thing.
Well, we could, just tell them the truth. I mean, like, I just want to reach out and talk to them, and but the other things I want to talk about, that won't be discussed. But that I want to reach out to them. That should be enough to where they would want to know why, and then you know, that's when
Hmm.
I can make my video. So I want to get this video. I need to get it as soon as possible this year, this month. Actually, I should have done it last month, but I was fucking around too much and I didn't do it.
Well,
So
see, when you first hit me up on Instagram, I didn't know who you were. I
right.
actually thought you were a
Well,
troll.
yeah, I kind of figured that, and I knew you was busy at the time, but at the time, I just didn't. I realized I didn't let you know who I was, and then that's why I sent this last
Right.
one. But all the other names, that was like my mother's name, my father's name, my sister's name. Okay, and those people don't really matter as much as
Right.
just my so-called aunt. She's my biological aunt. I call her so-called. I don't own her. And her
Right. I got
son.
you.
Those are the last two people living, and they both know the truth. And if you get in touch with the son, you can tell him this pertains to my mother, this pertains to my sister. And you can ask him because my sister, when she confronted him, when she found me, she found my cousin first because he was easy to find. I wasn't easy to find because I wasn't on the computer. She
Right.
found him, and then she told him what my father did to her. So he knows the truth. My sister told him the truth, and that's what I want to get out of him to validate what I'm saying is true. Because I can say anything, and
Hmm.
you say, "Oh man, that's not true. That's so fucking horrible. That's not true." I
Well,
just want these
if they
people
don't
to
want to
validate.
give it up calmly, we can always bring a cheese grater.
Yeah, that's
Just
true. I
rub
thought
them
about
in.
bringing a fucking chainsaw. He can't run now. He can't run. He might have a motorized wheelchair, but he
Oh,
can't
good.
run.
I'll have my people figure out how to hack that wheelchair. We'll give them a nice ride.
Right. But no, I mean, I don't think he would lie about that. but you'd never know. I believe she would, but I don't think that he would. But
Hmm.
anyways, I know that you want to get off of here, so I don't want to keep you here any longer.
Right on, man. I do appreciate you coming up. It helped me figure this thing out again. And yeah, I've been pretty just not in a good place, you know. So I just fuck it. I'll go live and see who's out there who wants to talk.
I always like to talk, guy. You know, if you ever want to talk, go live. You know, I'll go live with you. A lot of times I'm awake at this time of the night. You know,
Yeah, me too. Can't sleep for shit.
and
So
maybe
yeah,
next time we'll have you know I'll go out and do some walking around and show you a few things through the neighborhood. You know,
that'd be cool. I've done that a couple of times. But
I
all
live in
right,
a
man.
neighborhood. All right, guys, you have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy. Hey, thank you all for coming. Let me figure this fucking thing out. Okay, is it off yet? I calm down. I can't hear you through the ball gag. Oh, just let me shut this. Yeah, it's off. Honey, you're struggling too hard. Let me help you with that, please. It's hard to snort cocaine while you're wearing a ball gag. I get it. Let me help you. Oh shit.